Hello, one and all, to the wonderfully magical episode of the Dialogue Dome. I'm Max. This is Brennan. What's up? How's it going? We're back in it. It's been a bit.
No, shit. I messed it up.
Can't do it.
Na,
Can't.
na,
We're going to get
na,
copyright
na,
strike. We're going to get copywritten. You can't do it. It's too much already.
jeez.
Welcome. It's the magical episode where we get to talk about Michael Rodent and all of his friends and all of the wonderful world that Disney is, or at least Disney media. This is part one of like a series of episodes that we're going to just be talking about Disney in its entirety and how much we love and hate certain aspects of it.
Yep. Also, I'm Brendan. This is Max over here. Yeah.
Yep.
I
said that, didn't I? I could have sworn I said that. I'm sorry.
I don't think
Whatever.
you did, but I don't never.
You're now doubly reminded. I'm
Yes.
Max. That's Brennan.
Yes. Now you're triple reminded.
That's Max. That's Max. This is Brennan.
Can you not?
Are you confused yet?
Oh man. Oh Jesus. I have a little surprise to show you. I'm sorry to everybody watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify, but there's a little visual part here.
Uh-huh.
Crocs are an abomination to society.
Yes, they are.
Except for these.
What the fuck?
Look at
The
these.
hell
They're
are those?
so cute, aren't they? Look at them.
I
I
mean,
love
guess.
them. I absolutely love them. They've got Mickey's hand here. They've got Mickey's face, and they have a Mickey Mouse foam pad on the top. I absolutely loved these when I saw these, and I had to buy them. I hate Crocs except for these. And can I actually say something? Crocs are incredibly comfortable. Like, I was wearing these to my friend's pool the other day.
Sure.
Yeah, because I wanted... Okay, let me tell you the real reason I bought these. I bought these because my friend Brian is obsessed with Disney, almost as much as we are. And so, essentially, he has Disney Crocs, and I wanted to match him. So I found some that I liked, and I wanted to match them. But this is great because these are clogs, right? So I can wear them around his pool. And at the same time, I gotta say, I'm sorry, but people are right. Crocs are comfortable. They might look stupid, but my God, they're so comfy.
I'm sure they are comfy. And like, no hate to the company Crocs. Please sponsor us because like that would be sick as hell. But I just want I want there to be a different design. I don't like the look of them, but that's me. That's just a personal preference. I wish that you might open up your design laboratories into something a little bit more stylish, something a little bit more streetwear, something a little bit more skater, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you those.
My personal preference. But hey, good for you. I'm glad you like that product.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't have Crocs other than these. These are the only Crocs I have. I do have one other pair that I got for Christmas from my nephew, who is no longer in state anymore. He's unfortunately in South Carolina, but that's a different story. That's because my cousin Bethany moved with her fiance, which is fine. Like that, they're very healthy relationship.
I hope they're happy and live a long and comfortable life together.
Agreed. Same here. They have 2 kids now, which is awesome.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. So I have a pair of Crocs that he got me, and it's filled with like padding and stuff like that to keep my toes warm during the winter.
Okay.
So that's a winter Crocs.
Winter Crocs.
These ones I wanted specifically for the pool and stuff like that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Universal with these, and I am going to wear these everywhere.
At Universal?
The pool.
It doesn't make sense though.
No. And that's the whole point. Is I'm trying to say I like Disney more to Universal.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're going to love that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to be super thrilled about that.
If they have Harry Potter clogs, maybe I'll buy them.
Anyway, today's episode is all things Disney. I think besides the fucking Crocs that we were unfortunately witness to,
oh, fuck off.
we're going to talk about like all things Disney. I guess the main thing is like, should we just start with like the movies and TV shows and shit, or where do we want to start?
We can start with movies. Yeah, sure.
I think that's a pretty good spot to start, because that's like the thing that everyone knows and is exposed to.
Yeah, what is your favorite all-time Disney movie? You gotta choose one.
You can't ask me these questions. You know why I hate pick one questions? Because there is never just one. I'm indecisive.
Well, I'm doing it. Pick one.
Fuck.
Sorry, everyone.
Shit.
I'm eating dinner. Sorry.
It's really hard to pick just one. Like, if I wanted to go all the way back to, like, when Walt was alive, there's plenty of good ones there. Sleeping Beauty, fucking Cinderella, fucking, Walt era movies.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah, Alice in Wonderland was fantastic.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Those are great. Yeah. Oh, Snow White, the first fucking full-length, feature-length animated movie in color. So good. So fucking good. But then there's all the stuff that happened while Walt wasn't around. The Xerox era of Disney, where he started a project, but then he died, unfortunately. And then they just kept going because they didn't know what else to do. You got Robin Hood, you got the Black Cauldron, you got fucking Jungle Book, you got fucking
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah, Winnie the Pooh is fantastic and amazing. Like, these are all really great movies that happened after Walt's unfortunate death. That
not his. Well, I know it is his own fault. He smoked like a fucking chimney.
He did.
Yeah,
a little bit unhealthy of a man, but you know, it is what it is. He was also like, he was getting up there. Like, how old was Walt when he died?
He wasn't that old.
Disney age at death. He was 60. Oh, he was 65. Okay,
no, he wasn't that old.
Okay, he could have been older. That sucks for him, I guess. Sorry.
That's his own.
He
smoked.
Yeah,
but then everyone did back then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But then there's also like the Disney Renaissance, where you get Beauty and the Beast, fucking Aladdin, fucking Little Mermaid, Tarzan to end the Disney Renaissance.
So instead of listing off every single movie ever made, can you please pick one that's your favorite?
I can't.
You do realize
they're too good.
You do realize that saying I can't pick a favorite is an answer to those questions, right?
Is it? Good. I can't pick a favorite because I hate picking one.
God, this indecisive
picking one.
This indecisive bitch over here. This is why I'm the one that decides things, because I'm the decisive one. Mine is easy. Easy. Mine's The Lion King.
Oh, it's a fantastic movie. Love The Lion King, but I also like Hamlet, so...
But I like the way Disney portrayed Hamlet.
Oh, for sure.
No, so... there's a little bit of a backstory behind why, too. I mean, for me, The Lion King was the first movie that I can remember ever watching by Disney. And then second place for me becomes Finding Nemo.
That one's a good one. I like Finding Nemo.
So I like to brand Disney and Pixar separately. So like
I mean, that's fair.
Disney, I would have to say my favorite Disney movie, like animated, Disney animated film, would have to be The Lion King. Just because I loved the music. I loved the composer. So Elton John and Hans Zimmer, two of my favorite musicians ever. The animation is beautiful. I mean, it's one of their most beautiful looking movies, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And you can just tell that, like, there's just so much heart written into it. I mean,
yeah,
clearly it was written by people who really cared and loved and nurtured for that concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, it's incredible that we even got that film at all.
Right.
I just think personally, I personally think the original Lion King is as close to a perfect animated film possible. I really do. I think it's great. We don't talk about the live action CGI one, but
absolutely
how
do
you take
how do you fuck that
a
up?
perfect movie and just destroy it?
Any of those live action movies,
but specifically the Lion King, they literally had the perfect concept, the perfect plot. Everything was handed there to them, and they messed it up.
Yep. I don't know. I think they just got too big for their britches. They really, for whatever reason, they really want this live action remake of all of these classic movies to go off without a hitch, and I don't understand why.
Which, to be fair, I've heard The Little Mermaid is the best of all of them so far. I've heard that one's great. I still don't really get it, though. Yeah. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I haven't seen the live action remake of The Little Mermaid, and I for sure it probably is really good out of all of them. But if it's still not as good as the original, then the fuck did they make it for?
Well, the thing is that I think is happening is they're trying so hard to bring back the magic of the Disney Renaissance era. Because clearly because think about it, all the live action remakes are from the Renaissance era, right?
Yeah.
So obviously they're trying to bring back, because Disney Renaissance is like, that's for at least for a lot of people, that is peak Disney. That is like the best Disney's ever done.
Oh, and absolutely.
And I think they're trying to bring back that magic. The problem that they're running into is that they are banking way too much on realism. They are trying to make the live action films look too realistic. And what makes these Renaissance films so special and magical is that they aren't realistic.
Right.
The Lion King is about talking animals. It's not realistic. I mean,
exactly.
Even then, like the Lion King literally can't exist. Lions aren't the king of an entire jungle. It just doesn't exist. But like, what makes those films magical is the fact that they aren't realistic. They're playing into our fantasy brain.
Exactly.
And that's what makes them great. And unfortunately, the live action Lion King, they chose to make the animals look like actual, live, real animals on this planet, which I guess is great if you want to educate kids.
Sure.
But facial expressions cannot be achieved with realistic animals. It just can't. Because they don't look like...
They don't look like us.
They don't look like us. You know? Dare we talk about the disaster that was Mulan?
Oh, God.
Why did you take out all the music?
I have no idea. Yeah, all of the music is gone, and they tried, I don't know what they were even talking about as far as that goes. There's a couple of YouTubers, one YouTuber specifically that I can think of. Let me see if I can find her. I strongly recommend checking out. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm so sorry.
Just try.
Yiren J. Zhao. I have already messed it up. I am so sorry. The video is called Everything Culturally Wrong and Right about Mulan. Oh, and this one's specifically the animated one, but she also has a deep dive. Like, her whole channel started because of Mulan the live action movie.
Probably shitting on it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Everything culturally wrong with Mulan 2020 from one Chinese perspective.
So everything.
Yes. She does an amazing job breaking down all of the culture, the history, the influences, what was going on in their heads at the time. And like it's a beautiful video that I strongly recommend people going out and watching, but it's true. The live action Mulan was shit.
No,
Absolute
it wasn't just shit. It was unbelievably disrespectful.
Yeah.
Which
absolutely.
which sucks because one of my and again, like, they took out all the music, but the score was written by one of my favorite composers. His name is Harry Gregson Williams, and I actually had the honor of meeting him
nice.
at Berkeley a long time ago when he came to Berkeley. He also did Shrek. He also did what other stuff did he do? He did the Chronicles of Narnia stuff. He did all of that. He worked on The Last Samurai with Hans Zimmer. He was from Hans Zimmer's company. And he wrote an incredible score for that film. Like faithful Chinese, beautifully ethnic music, right?
Sure.
With, of course, the modern take of the little. It still sounds like modern Hollywood, but it's got all the Chinese instruments and ethnic stuff that you could think of in there. Yeah. And it is a score that supports just the most ethnically disrespectful film, which
it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate.
It's that makes me angry for people who are Chinese and watching this, seeing their culture just get absolutely abolished. I mean, it's it's awful. It's awful what they did with Mulan.
And fucking, like, I don't know. Just the Disney live action stuff just needs to. Aladdin, another wonderful example. I already knew that I was going. I already knew that I was probably going to hate it.
Really?
I know, and that was the thing, right? I understood why they wanted Will Smith, but fucking Robin Williams, how the hell do you follow that? And the fucking thing that pissed me off the most was they knew that people like me who loved Robin Williams were going to come in and watch this movie, and they fucking made fun of us to our faces. I hated it. I hated every last ounce of that. When they, like, the Friend Like Me scene, where he just kind of, like, haphazardly starts singing Friend Like Me before he breaks into the actual song that they were going for. Like, what the hell are you doing? Making fun of your audience for loving a different movie. The fucking shit is your problem?
That was another one that was really awful. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm all for the Jasmine woman empowerment thing, but having her own song, like, randomly kind of in the middle of the movie talking about how she's a woman that don't need no man was
literally, I'm not kidding you, Aladdin. It's not about Jasmine, it's about Aladdin.
It isn't.
Like,
it is.
I get it's the same thing with the live action Lion King, which is about, Nala having a song, and Nala's voiced by Beyonce, right? It was just an excuse to give Beyonce a song in a movie like this. The movie isn't about Nala. It's about Simba. Like, great. We have women empowerment songs. Yeah. Fine. Like, I'm all for that. Just put it in the correct context. Like if you really wanted to have Nala have a women empowerment, make her have her own film.
Yeah, exactly.
You want Jasmine to have women empowerment? Give Jasmine a spin-off film for Aladdin.
Exactly.
Why not?
But also, she was a powerful female character in the original animated movie. Her whole bit was, I don't want to get married to some random fuckface that comes calling because I want to fall in love with somebody that I actually like. None of these fucks.
Mm-hmm.
That was like her whole thing.
The entire point was that she didn't want to get married to royalty.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't her choice.
Exactly.
But like,
so she finally finds a guy that she likes, and we're supposed to be like, oh, but woman empowerment, what happened to whatever, you don't need no man. And I'm just sitting here like, you just missed the entire point, didn't you? She made her own choice, and you're bashing her for it.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
And I don't want to make this an entire episode about the live action stuff, because there are some good live action Disney movies. I'll give you an example. Yep, Jungle Cruise.
I haven't seen that one.
That one's really funny. The Rock is hysterical on that one.
That's fair. The Rock is pretty funny. I like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's a pretty funny guy. He's a good actor.
Yep. Another one that is very easily forgotten is a Disney film, National Treasure.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Nick Cage steals the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, I really need to watch that again. That's a great film.
It's a great movie. It's so stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, and then the other one would be Haunted Mansion, of course, with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah,
can't forget that one. And then
that one was great.
We also can't forget the other one. I loved Maleficent. I know that's a 50-50 chance, but I loved Maleficent.
I didn't love Maleficent. It's in the fucking name, Maleficent. She's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. But every bad guy has to become a bad guy. Remember? That's how to become
a bad guy at some point. I know that's how that works, but sometimes I just want a bad guy to be a bad fucking guy. I don't need this psychological bullshit that's going on nowadays. Like I get it. This person has, like, you're making me think about the justification of killing off half of the entire population of the universe.
I'm just telling you right now, though.
So exhausting.
Bro. I'm just telling you right now, though, that unfortunately, the live-action Disney film is a trend that is going to continue.
I know, and it's going to continue on.
I'm going to also mention which ones are next.
Oh, okay.
Because you probably don't know which ones are next, because they haven't really announced it. The next one's Snow White.
I did hear about that one.
Which,
mostly because Peter Dinklage is throwing a stink about it. And that one's going to be a tough one for me. I understand Peter's reasoning to why he's upset. I get it. And I certainly don't want to, like, disparage a group of people because of it. But, like, I don't necessarily know what the compromise could be. I'm not entirely sure what... maybe I just need to educate myself further as far as that goes for little people.
If you want I'm just saying, if you want a live action dwarf, unfortunately, the only way that that's going to be portrayed is through little people. I mean, it's just the way it is. That those are, in fact, I actually encourage that because it's giving little people a chance to shine. Though, you know, little people are often made fun of for their height, and this is your chance to actually shine in something like this. And I mean, it's controversial, but we'll see.
It is.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
They have to respect the little people, though. They have to respect them. They cannot make fun of dwarves for being short. They have to respect them.
Exactly.
But anyway,
I don't know. That one's a tough one for me to figure out, like, what is and isn't appropriate.
The one after that could be great, could be terrible. Moana is getting a live action remake.
Why?
I don't know.
When did Moana even come out?
2016.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's because they just want to film really beautiful shots of Hawaii. Which, if it does well, that'll be a really beautiful film.
Absolutely.
One you're gonna hate. Next after that is Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna hate it.
The one after that is Hercules. The one that you're gonna hate even more than The Lion King. Apparently, and I didn't know this, there's a Bambi remake coming.
What? How
That's
the
gonna
actual
be horrible.
fuck? What are you going to do? You're going to show an actual hunter kitted out in camo and orange safety vest, just fucking destroying Bambi's mom? Just fucking watch the bullet as it rips through her head? Fucking what are you doing?
And then even better, the Aristocats is getting a live action remake.
Fucking how and why? God, it's Cats 2019 all over again. I bet I am going to be upset if they do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make the cats look like people for some reason.
Oh god.
Why? Why? And like Aristocats also is a deep cut. Not many people have seen the original animated movie of that. It's a popular animated movie. I certainly love the shit out of it, but it's a non-story movie. There is no story to it. That's why I'm so concerned about these live action movies.
I told you they're just doing it to get the Renaissance era back again.
I mean, I guess, but
somehow it's too much.
Old lady wills her entire fortune to her cats, upsetting her butler, so he gets rid of them and they make their way back to Paris. That's the fucking movie. It's Homeward Bound, but in France.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to make a live action version of this. I hate it. I hate that. Same with Bambi. Bambi is just a day in the life. Well, actually, not the day in the life. It's what, like a whole season, of a couple years of the life of this one very specific deer in the woods. That's it. That's the fucking movie. What are you doing?
I love Bambi. Personally,
I love Bambi too.
It holds a special place in my heart, but oh my god, that is going to be a horrible
it's a beautiful movie. It's a wonderfully like it's whimsical in its own special way, but it's just watching a deer grow up in the forest. That's the entire story. It's not going to be good.
Anyway, let's get off of the live action film. We have ranted for 28 minutes about this.
Oh god. Okay.
So I don't even know where to go from here. That's the problem.
I know. I guess we could go back to like what's a deep cut movie that you really like real deep cut.
I'm gonna have to look them up. Hold on. Let me just look at deep cut Disney movies. Let me just look here really quick. Oh, Atlantis.
Oh yeah, Atlantis is a great choice. Fantastic movie. Michael J. Fox, fucking Leonard Nimoy.
Atlantis is a great film. I mean, it really is
so good.
I already love the concept of Atlantis, like the idea. It's something that people should know. I have an obsession with ancient history. Particularly lost ancient history. I love the mystery of trying to figure out what the fuck happened to this planet back in those days. And where, like, we hear all these tales of, like, you know, Atlantis sinking, and we haven't found any remains of it at all. And so, like, we're trying to figure out where the fuck it went. Because, like, there's, you know, is it Plato? Is he the one?
I think it was Plato, yes.
Yeah, Plato wrote about this city, and we still can't find it, even in the locations that he mentioned.
Do you know why?
Go ahead.
Plato wasn't writing about an actual city. He was writing a story.
Well, so we think.
I'm definitely of that particular opinion, that he was just writing a story about a fictional city that sank into the waves due to their hubris, and he was telling a moralistic story. That's
one interpretation
really
of it. Unfortunately, we don't really know, because
it's true. We don't
the original
text
isn't really clear whether or not it was, because it's very possible that he was talking about a real city that
absolutely,
that got swallowed by a tsunami, and he interpreted that as the city was too big and powerful, and so
absolutely,
very well could have talked in metaphors.
It is entirely possible, but I don't know. For me personally,
we should
I
do
still
an
think
ancient history and mysterious stuff episode.
For sure.
I would love.
Absolutely.
You notice that every single episode that we have is just introducing more.
We just keep introducing topics that you may or may not see in future episodes. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say.
I'm just putting that down because I do actually want to do that one.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I think one of my favorite deep cuts has to be. I have a couple. I really like the Black Cauldron. I know it was like critically. It was like critically panned at the time that it was released. It was a terrifying movie for children. The Horned King was intense. But the story was great, and I loved the action, the adventure. It felt very D&D, which I loved. It's everything that I could have wanted and more in a movie, and I love it so much. The other one that I have on my mind is probably Treasure Planet.
Yep, I was gonna mention that one.
Yeah, which, like, okay, right out of the gate, it's just Treasure Island. That's all it is. Disney has made Treasure Island before.
It's a better Treasure Island.
It is a better Treasure Island. It's Treasure Island in space. Who doesn't love that?
I think the reason why. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think it's interesting because it's all pirates and it's spaceships and wonderful stuff like that. It was also like one of those flop movies that just didn't go anywhere. I think mostly because it didn't have the marketing behind it.
No, it was timing. I was going to mention that. So Treasure Planet released on the same weekend as Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Oh, yeah. It had no chance whatsoever.
Two of the biggest films ever made.
Yeah. There was no way it was going to succeed. Damn.
Which sucks. But
it does suck. But it's got a cult following now. I certainly love it.
But it's one of those films I hope they don't ever make a sequel to or try to remake because it's special because of the way it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's a perfect movie. It's the best interpretation I've seen of Treasure Island outside of the Muppets Treasure Island, personally. But like, I don't know. It's a good fucking movie. I strongly recommend people go out and watch it if you haven't yet. It's warm. It's whimsical. It's
great. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really good movie. I don't know what
it's
else
also about. I like the message too. It's about this kid who gets into trouble a lot with the law, and then he goes through this experience where he tries to find this treasure to save his mom's, like, what is it, like a hotel restaurant business?
Like, yeah, it's like a B&B.
B&B kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he, basically it's about like it's a growing up story. Basically, it's about doing something for his mom, and then the ending happens. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it, but go watch the movie. It's been out.
Exactly, it's good. It's a good movie. He makes connections with like a pseudo father figure. And
my favorite's
like
the robot.
The robot's pretty good. Martin Short.
Oh god, he's so
fantastic.
Funny.
He's so funny. He's so good.
We could just go through the back door. That's my favorite line. Or we could just go through the back door. Wait, there's a back door? Yeah, right here. Oh, it's great. It's great.
No, those are some of my favorite deep cut Disney movies, media.
What about Pixar?
Pixar has a lot that I really like.
I have such a soft spot for Pixar. I love Pixar. That was Pixar was originally the kind of the movies like yeah, The Lion King was like my first like movie that I ever watched by Disney, but
Right.
I grew up watching Pixar films. Like that was
Sure.
like my big thing. Like my favorite Pixar film is easily Finding Nemo. Like
Oh, it's a
it's
great movie.
something about Pixar that they always do, and it's up till today, they still do it today, is
Hmm.
that there's some deeper, darker, obscure thing that's happened to the characters. Like in Finding
Hmm.
Nemo, for instance, there's like the beginning starts with the mom getting and the rest of
Yeah.
his brothers and sisters getting eaten, and
Right.
then it's about Nemo's life like after that, and it's like
Hmm.
it starts, like another one would be like um sorry, I'm like blanking for a second here. One
You're
of my
good.
favorites recently was I think it was Onward. The one about it
Oh
was
yeah.
based on D&D.
Yeah,
Um
yeah, yeah. Onward was another great
yeah,
movie.
it talks a lot about in the background the father being dead and not around, and of course the whole plot
Hmm.
is, reviving the father to
Right.
talk to him just one last time.
Right.
And it doesn't ever imply what happened to the father, but it implies that he was very sick and he passed away,
Hmm.
essentially. And that's the kind of stuff. It's all stuff that the adults in the room will notice, but the kids won't. And
Yes.
that's what I think I love Pixar the most about. Like
Yeah.
I love Elemental is the most recent film besides Inside Out 2. Elemental is their
Sure.
most recent film. Have you seen Elemental?
I have seen Elemental.
Okay.
I thought it was a
I
really interesting
loved it. I
movie.
thought it was great.
Yeah.
It's a combination of, taking cultural differences and bringing
Hmm.
people together, but one
Yeah.
of the things that they talk about in Elemental, like under the skin, is the cultural racism. They
Yeah.
depict the cultural racism in a way that kids can watch it and get to know about it a little bit easier. It's
Right.
a very heavy
Exactly.
topic that they've kind of sugar coated with like special like cute characters, and like
Hmm.
that's what I love about Pixar is they keep it very realistic, but they keep it child friendly. But at the same
Yes.
time, the adults in the room can watch it and get what the message is supposed to be.
Hmm. They can understand what the movie is actually about, even though
Yeah.
the children might not get it. But then, even then, like some of the children might even pick up on some of these themes as well because they see it themselves.
Mhm. Yeah. What's your favorite Pixar film? Do you have one?
I don't know that I do. I really liked Wally, but for vastly different reasons.
Oh, Wally is
Wally
such a
was
special
great.
film.
Oh, it's so cute and wonderful.
Oh, I
It
loved
has
Wally. I saw that in
it has
theaters when it
yeah.
came out.
Yeah?
Yeah, with my
Nice.
mom. My mom thought it was weird.
Aw,
She didn't get it. But,
that's fair.
my I remember just watching Wally, and I would love to watch it again. I haven't watched it in
Oh
forever, but
yeah, absolutely.
it's like it's incredible that these animators found a way to give literally two robots like human
Mhm.
emotion. I mean, it's great. It's
Oh,
incredible.
absolutely. It's I don't know. The people over there at Disney and Pixar obviously know what's going on. John Lasseter, I think, has been the best thing to happen to Disney in such a long time that it's insane to even think what would happen if he retired.
Yeah, who knows?
I who the fuck knows? Um, I think one of my personal favorites probably has to be Ratatouille.
Oh, that's a great
Uh,
one.
it's another
That's a great one, even
fantastic
though
movie.
it's there's a meme now that it's implying like bondage, but whatever. Uh,
Okay.
controlling people by pulling their hair.
Oh, I mean, I guess,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
don't
but
know. All right.
I didn't get
I
that,
was
but
mostly
whatever.
like I first got into it because of all the cooking stuff.
I
For
was
those
gonna
of you that
say you
Yeah,
would
for those
love
of
the
you that don't
cooking, yeah.
know, I love the cooking part of it. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know how you don't at this point, I went to culinary school. I went to Le Cordon Bleu, and studied there. I'm classically French trained as a chef,
You should watch our
and
breakfast episode.
we
We
should
talk a
watch
lot
that
about
one.
breakfast.
It's a good one, and many more food episodes to come, I'm
Oh, I'm
sure.
I'm excited, yeah.
Um, But Ratatouille, like, it drew me in with the cooking and the French cuisines and all of that because it hits closer to home in that aspect. But then like the deeper story about like family trauma and trying to find oneself in a world that just absolutely hates you just for being who you are. And trying to find your place. There's even like a little bit of masking in there, using others to try and help you figure out what's going on in your life, all this other stuff. Like it's I don't know. It's a really good movie that upon more and more watching, I'm relating to more and more than I thought I originally did. It's an amazing movie, and I strongly recommend that one for anybody who wants to see it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Ratatouille is great. I love Ratatouille. I haven't watched it in a long time. Good. That oh my god! Can we talk for a second about how that ride broke down when we went to Disney World? Oh
my god! I cannot believe it.
So Max and I went to Disney World in October. For those of you who don't know, even though we've mentioned it like every episode,
yeah.
Basically, we went. So the ride broke down while we were halfway in the line, and we were next to these screaming children. Oh my! Oh, I wanted to shoot something. Oh my god!
It was
not somebody
awful.
Because they're all kids, but I wanted to shoot something.
No, it was still awful. The line is too long. It's not a people mover ride. That's I think the biggest problem that Disney has right now is they're not making people movers. They want to make these trackless rides for some reason. That just
because it's more adaptable. That's why you can change it.
I mean, easier. I guess. But it's still like you can still do that while being a people mover. They're too elaborate, I think, with the story. They want to be able to show off like miniature movies inside of these rides. That just it doesn't work for how many people actually visit the park. You need more stuff like Haunted Mansion or Ariel's Adventure or the Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. All of those ones that just get people in and out, and everyone has a good time.
Space Mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which we're gonna do an episode recapping our Disney trip because I think we should. That was a really fun time. Too.
That'll be one of the parts coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because like you're in it now, we're in the Disney we're in the Disney era of our of the podcast right now. This is
the beginning. So yep.
This is just the beginning. I hope you're ready for it.
Oh man, you're acting like it's gonna be torture. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people there are some people out there that could, give a flying fuck about Disney, and to them, I'm sorry. Your opinion is wrong, and you should feel bad.
And I'll agree with you for the first time ever on that one. Yeah. No, it's just, like I don't get people that don't like Disney. It's just weird to me. Like
I know.
It's weird. I wouldn't say that I mean, are you a Disney prince? Would you call yourself a Disney prince?
No.
See, I'm
a Disney gremlin. I'm a Disney goblin.
I'm a fanboy.
If anything.
I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, I like
that
Disney.
Way. I like Disney quite a lot. I wouldn't call myself like I need to watch every single movie and TV show by this company or else I'm going to die. Like, I'm not that kind of person.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I mean I have a pretty good admiration for Disney. Maybe an unhealthy pin collection, but
should I show off my pin collection?
You can if you want. I can't. Mine is screwed to the wall.
Well, you can move your camera. You could always move your camera.
I guess I could. I'll save that for another episode.
Well,
we'll talk about merchandise.
Subscribe to our
later.
Patreon and you'll see a post.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll take pictures and everything of my pin collection and let you know what's up and what's good. Hey, also, I'm trading pins. So subscribe to the Patreon if we want to trade pins back and forth. All right, I'm looking for some Haunted Mansion stuff. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there.
You were looking for Haunted Mansion stuff when we were there too.
Exactly, because Haunted Mansion is obviously the best ride.
Well, true, but no, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I still loved other rides, but Haunted Mansion was a
For
good one.
sure.
Yeah.
I really liked It's my favorite ride. We have to get into this in a different episode, obviously, when we talk about the parks, but
yeah,
super good. All right,
well,
where were we? We were on Pixar movies.
yeah. We don't have a ton of time left, but we'll extend this for a little bit longer. So,
okay.
yeah, so we're on Pixar films. Is there any other
Yeah.
Pixar films that you loved?
There's
love
so many.
one film that I what's a Pixar film? There's a couple Pixar films that flopped that people didn't like, and I really like. I'm into the mindset of things that I love that everyone else hates because we just recently did an episode about that.
We just did that. Yeah.
One Pixar film that didn't get very good reviews was The Good Dinosaur. Do you remember that movie?
I vaguely
remember
that movie.
I don't really remember too much about it. I think I think it's an alternate universe where dinosaurs don't become extinct and they for some reason take control of North America's Wild West. I don't know why. But
interesting.
I just remember because there are still humans in that film. There are still humans and dinosaurs working together. I just remember that film being really, really good. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember it being really good. And I'm like, I don't know why that one got such a bad rep, personally.
I don't know too much about it personally. I'm sure we could probably check it out on Disney Plus if we wanted to really deep dive into it, but I don't know too much about it. I couldn't tell you what it's about or even what's going on. I guess for me, the other kind of obscure Pixar movie that I really liked was Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It was a cute kind of like time travel, invention, creativity, find your inner child type movie that I thought was fantastic. And for one reason or another, it doesn't have like high ratings. I thought it was cute though. I thought it was a cute concept that.
I'll keep going. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, just right up in there.
Yeah.
No, I just thought it was a cute concept that that deserved more love and appreciation than I think it got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's another one that I need to watch again. Yeah, it got a little too. What am I thinking of? Carousel of Progress, a little too Tomorrowland.
I guess so, yeah.
A little too like forceful with its message, maybe.
I know what you mean.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. In any case, I still thought it was a great movie.
Yeah.
What was your oh my god?
Well, there's just a bunch of films from Pixar that we haven't even mentioned. Like Monsters Inc., Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles, yeah.
You know, we're
Cars.
also forgetting Cars. A Bug's Life is also the first Pixar film.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Toy Story was the first Pixar film.
Yeah, Toy Story was.
Yeah. Brave was another good one.
Yeah, Brave was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really liked fucking Wreck-It Ralph was Pixar, wasn't it?
Wreck-It Ralph was. Yeah, you're right. It was.
Yeah.
I think it was Pixar.
I think it was Pixar. Because, like, the other problem with stuff like that is John Lasseter produced Zootopia, but it wasn't a Pixar movie.
Oh, there's Lightyear as well.
We get into some confusing mixes as far as that goes.
Right. So many.
There are so many. It's good though.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, man, I'm just looking at the list. Oh, Up. We forgot Up.
Oh, Up was so cute. Dealing with old age and
Toy Story was the first. Toy Story was the first. Yeah, no, Up
makes sense.
Up, I have never cried within the first 10 minutes of a film ever before, and then Up just destroyed me.
Destroyed me in the first like 10 minutes. Yeah, it was it was disgusting.
And see, that's what I'm talking about.
But I loved it.
That's what I'm talking about is the darker, deeper meaning under the skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
exactly.
It's like about. Well, I think her name was Edna.
Exactly.
Edna not being able to fulfill her dream of traveling, and
Ellie.
Yep, and then Ellie fulfilling it for her and she is symbolically the house.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Coco was another good one that
I
hit
haven't
me
seen
really
Coco.
hard.
I am going to see that one soon.
I don't want to spoil anything, but it hit me twice. I cried once and then thought I was better and everything was fine, and then they hit me again. It was like, you can't do this to me. You can't make me cry twice over this fucking movie. Go fuck yourselves.
Oh man.
But I loved it. I also loved that there's more media being representational for different cultures and aspects that are actually like true to the culture that they're depicting. And I thought Coco was a great example of that.
Not Mulan.
No, not Mulan. Definitely not that one. Absolutely not that one. But Coco was fantastic. I loved it.
I've heard Coco is a beautiful film. I cannot wait. I'm definitely going to watch it very soon. It's on my list. It's in 3D on my Vision Pro. I'm like, I gotta watch this.
Absolutely.
I think we should end part 1 here. There's so much to talk about with Disney.
So many more. I haven't even mentioned Hocus Pocus. Fucking,
I know.
Let's.
We haven't even.
Okay.
We haven't even talked about the TV shows. We haven't
all
even
of the
talked
holiday
about
movies,
Disney
all
Channel,
the holiday specials.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the upcoming stuff besides the live action shit that we're not going to talk about.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll get into it. It. Yeah. All right, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to close out or me?
I'll close out.
Okay, you'll close out.
Because you opened.
I did.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching and listening and subscribing if you've subscribed and liking if you've liked. Check out our Patreon. We are starting to record special episodes for Patreon. So if you subscribe to our Patreon, not only will you give us your money, you will get stuff in return. So please subscribe.
Absolutely. We can actually afford to make better quality products with your help through Patreon. Like I plan on getting a new microphone because the one that I'm currently using could be better.
It's okay.
It's okay. It could be better. But
we gotta get you a Shure.
Definitely.
It's very assuring.
Point of order.
Sorry.
Point of order. With your help, we can afford better equipment and make better stuff and afford to do I want to say that we want to try and do some recordings when we meet up in the future, which would be fantastic to do if we had the ability to do so. Yeah.
I mean, I'm planning to have Max come here. I don't know if I'll ever really go out there. I don't know if I want to, but
probably not. We could head up Lagoon in Utah. That's a fun place. I'd love to take you there, but that's kind of it. You don't want to come out.
Well,
here.
Max and I are okay. Something else that you should know. I know we're going a little long, but I don't care. It's our podcast.
It is.
Max and I are travel buddies as well. So we travel a lot together. I met him on Twitch. That was the original thing, but we travel a lot. So when we travel together now, we're going to start trying to essentially do more in-person episodes. I'm trying to get the equipment for it. I'm looking it up right now, and all this stuff. But equipment costs money, so
yes.
I have a lot of good equipment here, so
sure.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And you, lucky viewer, right there, can subscribe and help us get better equipment to do better episodes.
Exactly. But anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Probably not Disney related, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.